Hi, my name is Ricardo, and in this video I'm going to show you how to create your very first Hello World program using .NET 6. For this, I'm going to show you how to install it, and then we will use the terminal in Visual Studio Code to create a console application and run a very basic Hello World program. So the first thing you need to do is to install .NET 6 on your computer. So you go to .NET.microsoft.com. In this page, you click on the download button. You will choose the operating system. In my case, I'm using the macOS, and I will download the SDK for x64. If you're using an M1 or M2 Mac, you download the R64 version. Once the download is completed, you double click to install it. It's a very straightforward install process, so just continue install. Put your password to enable the installation, and then you are done. I'm assuming that you already have Visual Studio Code installed, so in Visual Studio Code you will need to open the terminal. You can go in the terminal menu and new terminal, or you can use the shortcut that I recommend you to start using, Control and the backtick key. Usually is that key that's placed right below the ESC key. So the terminal is here, and to check if the .NET installation is okay, you just type .NET and -- version. It will show the version if the installation is okay. Now we are going to create our very first console application. So I'm in the root folder for my user. I like to place my projects in a folder named GitHub, so I will use the cd command and navigate to the GitHub directory. And inside this GitHub directory, we will use the .NET new console, and then we can specify an optional parameter -o as output, and the output folder that it will create the project. So you name it Hello World and press enter or the return key. It created the folder for us, and now we can navigate to this folder using cd hello world, and for opening this folder in Visual Studio Code, I just type code dot and -r. This parameter r is for reuse the same window that we are already. And as you can see, it loaded our project. Now we have here two files, one named program.cs and another named helloworld.csproj. If you have never worked with C# before, Visual Studio Code will offer you to install the C# extension, so I recommend you to install it, because then you can get a very good code highlighting and autocomplete during this coding process. Yeah, it is installed now. So now let's go back to the Explorer and open the program.cs file. And as you can see, it have a very simple program just with this console.writeLine hello world statement. To run it, I will open the terminal again, Control backtick, and then you will type .NET run. When you do it, it will build, compile your program and run it. And as you can see, it wrote in the console hello world. And we'll now modify this program. So I will add a second message to the console write line. You can see that the extension that we just installed is auto-completing the statements for me. And since I also have GitHub Copilot installed, it also suggests completing the entire command for me. But I just want to say the current time is and datetime.now. And then I will go back to the console. Since I want to run the same command, instead of retyping .NET run, I can just press the arrow key. If you press up, it will rewrite for you the last command you have used. And if you keep pressing the up key or the down key, you can navigate between the last commands you have written in the terminal. So in our case, I want to rerun .NET run, so key up and return. And as you can see, it wrote to the terminal the current time is and the date and time that I have just run the program. So I hope that with this simple tutorial you're now more familiar how to use .NET in Visual Studio Code, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more .NET tutorials. Thank you.